All right, so this is an introduction to one of the most spectacular tracks that we've ever seen for sure. This is 8 acres of Bobcat Hollow, happens to be track 28. Um, the feature this has that's basically unique is it has a huge rock waterfall here on the west side. The property's outlined in red here. You can see the creek bed in blue, and there's a beautiful natural rock waterfall just right about in this area here. And the property extends to the middle of the creek bed, so you literally own up to the center of that waterfall, which is pretty darn unique. You'll want to check out the different videos and such to see the actual waterfall. What this actually was this was scheduled to be two separate tracts, 4 acres each. There's basically 4 acres on the north, and then there's 4 acres on the south. But once we got out there and started walking the property, we realized that this west side by the creek bed has a drop about, I don't know, 10 or 15 foot drop down to the creek bed. So there was no good way to actually get down and really see the creek bed, really take a good look at the waterfall, because the only really good paths were here on this southern 4 acre piece. So what we ended up doing was we combined the two into 8 acres. So now you've got the actual waterfall, um, and not only additional frontage on the creek bed, but you've got a good walking path to get right down to the creek bed, where here before you really couldn't. So now it's a total of 8 acres. And also, when we added this 4 acre tract, what came with it was a beautiful area um, right here, kind of in the middle. And we've got a video of that as well on the website, where there's a freshwater spring that comes directly out of the rock, about a third of the way um, up the little rock wall. Check the video to really see it. It's amazing. These videos were taken about a week after it had rained. Although it's likely that this creek bed does not flow year round, um, it's going to flow after it's been raining, and maybe at different times, different seasons throughout the year. And the same with the spring. Probably not a year-round spring. It may trickle year-round, I don't know. But when we were there taking the video, it had been about a week since it rained, and the spring was just pouring out of there. So really amazing. Okay, let's back out just a little bit. Whoops. Well, let's zoom in then. So on the west side, you'll want to see the drone videos. All the tracks at Bobcat Hollow were logged fairly recently, and this is the first winter. We're going into the first winter after they were logged, so that's when the drone videos were taken. So they literally do kind of look their worst. Even this first spring and first summer, when the leaves come back out and things start to really get moving, they're going to look a lot better. But at least with the drone videos, you get to see them at their worst. You'll see that there's a large open area here on the northeast side that the loggers probably used as a landing to load their trucks. There's a pretty good patch of timber here on the east. Uh, Most of these pines and this hardwood here on the west, it looks like they didn't do anything. And then here in the middle is where you'll see the bulk of the logging. And it wasn't clear cut. There still are trees remaining, but I mean it was logged uh, in spots heavily, and in spots not as much. So check out the drone videos to see that. Okay, so as we zoom out a little bit here, there's a pretty good view right there. So here toward the left side of the screen, we've got County Road 126. That's a gravel county road. So if you're coming out of Ava, you'll take Highway 76 to the east for, I believe, 12 miles. You'll go north or left onto County Road 126, and you'll go about 3 miles, and you'll be looking for this easement road. It's probably not marked, but a good landmark is if you see this nice little farmstead right here, then you went just a few hundred feet too far. Just back it up. Take this easement road to the south. The green lines are easement roads. They're minimum maintenance roads, so you want a truck or a four-wheel drive. If it's been raining, it's going to be slick, so watch out for that. But then you proceed on down to the property, I believe, quarter mile, half a mile. When you see this road that goes off to the west, you'll know you've made it, because that borders the north side of the property. The main road continues down and dead ends. If you look closely on this aerial, you'll see that this road ends. Actually, there is a really rough trail that goes through back up to 126, but that crosses some private land. And although we are working on an easement, there currently is not an easement from that direction. So your access is going to be from the north, which you can see here. Whoops, there we go. Okay, so let's hit up street map and we'll zoom out. We'll kind of show the area here. A couple different ways to get to this property. the way we generally go, if we're coming from Springfield, where our office is located. Okay, so we'll zoom out once more, actually. Okay, so here we've got the property on the lower right side of the video. This is Ava to the left, Mansfield to the north, and then as you go to the west, you have Springfield. So if we're coming from Springfield, we take Highway 60 to the east for about 45 minutes to Mansfield, cut south on Highway 5. Actually, a few miles before Ava, before you get to Ava, you'll go east on 76. You'll cross the Bryant Creek and go another 2 miles, so a total of about 12 miles on Highway 76. Whoops, oh, I don't know what I did. There we go. About 12 miles on Highway 76. Go north on 126 for about 3 miles, and then go south on the easement road. So pretty darn amazing property. I mean, we've never had anything like this to have the, well, first of all, it's the best waterfall we've ever seen. The only one that's even similar to this, ironically, is about a mile from here that we saw about 10 years ago. That was pretty stunning too, but this one's even bigger than that. So just an amazing area. Douglas County is fantastic for wildlife, for recreation. Bryant Creek itself is just a couple miles from the property. For some reason, it's not showing up on this map, but if we go to the Google map, it will. So this is Bryant Creek right here, which is 2-3 miles from the property. It's great for fishing, kayaking, canoeing, swimming, all that good stuff. You've got North Fork River to the east a few miles. You've got thousands and thousands of acres of national forest. This particular area is well known for good deer and turkey hunting. But if you really want to have multiple, dozens of sites to hunt, you can go in that national forest. So pretty unique property. Check out the listing at InstantAcres.com. If it's available, that's where you'll see it. If it's not on the website, then unfortunately it's not available. So we'll have to find something else for you. This one is pretty unique though. So if it's something that interests you, give us a shout, or you can email us at sales@instantacres.com, and we would love to speak with you.